violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's a Black Gen Z mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
In your headlines today, a man is dead after an overnight shooting in North Houston. It happened in a neighborhood near Warner Street and East Witcher Lane. Houston police say the victim lived in the area. He was found in the front yard of a home with gunshot wounds.
Dang. And that's how they getting down now. I mean, they pulling up to wherever you stay, just airing it out. It's really getting wicked out here. And this is Houston, guys. I haven't been doing much of Houston, but Houston is really on fire. And they've been having a lot of demon time activities going on. So, you know, condolences to this brother who was aired out in front of the crib. This ain't the way you want to go out, man.
He died at the scene. Police say there are no known suspects or witnesses at this time. An investigation is ongoing. And a man was shot to death in his bedroom overnight in Channelview. Harris County deputies say the victim was in his room with another person when the shooting happened. That person ran off right after the shooting. The victim's father was at home during the time of the shooting. Investigators don't have a motive or suspect information.
In a separate crash, a bicyclist is dead after he was struck by at least 2 cars in West Houston. It happened shortly after 11 last night. Police say the bicyclist was struck from behind by one vehicle near the East Freeway Service Road. That car did not stop and kept going. Police believe the man may have been hit by another vehicle. Other drivers.
Yeah, guys, that bicycling thing, unless you're on a trail with a mountain bike or something, that's dead. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Like, you're better off biking in the woods than on the streets. I know people like riding bikes and all this stuff. I love riding bikes, but in this day and age, bruh, that ain't it.
Were stopped after they saw the debris on the ground and are not involved in the crash. The investigation continues as well.
One person is dead and 2 others injured in a shooting at an apartment complex in North Houston. It happened before 8 p.m. on Saturday. Police say a truck with 3 men pulled into the parking lot. 3 other men approached the truck, ambushing the passengers. Several gunshots were fired into the truck. The driver of the truck tried to escape and sped off, but later crashed into several cars.
Dang, bro. I mean, that's just overnight headlines, guys. Overnight in Houston. 2 shootings and a bicyclist killed. I mean, these super gremlins are on demon time.
He died at the scene. The 2 other men jumped out of the truck and ran across the street for help. Meanwhile, the suspects ran off.
Please tell us that additional officers will be patrolling businesses, especially parking lots this holiday season. Fox 26's Natalie He joining us live from Highland Village with some helpful information from the Houston Police Department. Natalie.
Well, Rashi, it's any shopper's worst nightmare to leave the store and get aggressively ambushed by thieves. But that's what Houston police say happened to 2 different women on back-to-back days last week. That's why they're asking shoppers to be extra careful this holiday season.
First, around 1:30 p.m. last Monday, a woman in her 70s had her teeth knocked out and her purse stolen at...
Dang, teeth knocked out and the purse stolen, guys. I've been telling you for the longest, the holidays are finna be brutal. It's about to go down. I get you want to do the Christmas thing and Thanksgiving thing. I just say, hey, when you go to that grocery store, be vigilant, be on a mission, have a list, know what you're going to get and get in and get out. You know, speed walk throughout the parking lot because they be ducking down in cars. I mean, I'm in Atlanta. I've seen it all before.
Baybrook Square. Houston police say a man in a black hoodie tried to stab her with a screwdriver before robbing her as she got in her car. Then the following evening around 7, another woman was knocked to the ground as a thief snatched her purse.
Be observant of somebody's possibly following you.
These types of cases all too familiar in Houston, especially during the holidays.
Make sure that we're safe.
Police Chief Troy Finner suggests shoppers leave flashy jewelry, designer bags, and firearms at home and pay attention to their surroundings.
It's not a fashion show out here. Not a lot of credit cards, not a lot of big purses where somebody...
You heard what he said. Don't be moving like it's a fashion show. You know, don't be flashy. I mean, the fact that you have to, you know, do all this, and I get it for sure, but it's that dangerous out here that anything, like even a Coach purse is a trigger for a lot of these guys out here doing these jugs, as they call them.
Somebody can snatch you and harm you. When you're leaving out a store, get off your cell phone. Don't be distracted, okay? If you want to talk, please talk in the store where it's safe and where you got somebody. And if you come out of that store and you observe somebody that's a group of people or an individual that's just laundering or casing cars, and your gut tells you, look, it's not feeling right, probably ain't. Go back in the store. Everybody hires extra security during the holidays. Tell a security officer, tell a police officer.
And another reminder, police say shoppers should not leave their valuables and their shopping bags in plain sight in their cars. From Highland Village, Natalie He, Fox 26 News.
Yo, what's good, BGZM News 17 family? I'm at the corner of Jesse Jackson and Marcus Garvey, and I got some bad news for you. As you can see, I lost my job. I'm out here living in cardboard boxes outside of boarded up vacant homes. YouTube said I'm done getting money out here in these streets. They even took my funky ass suit. So anything right now would help. So go ahead and hit that Cash App, hit that PayPal, hit that GoFundMe, hell, cop the merch. Or if you want to make the long-term commitment to the Jinquavius Jackson Fund, join the Patreon so that I can continue to put out top-notch content each and every day. Also, check out the Rumble, where there is absolutely no censorship. Link in the description box below.
Hey, yo, ain't that nigga Jinquavius? Yo, I recognize.
No, that's not me no more.
Hey, yo, run your pocket.
Y'all tell me what they say.
Do the opposite of Antonio Brown and take
What
all your
more
store.
do you want from me?
Also followed, home, and robbed. Tonight, ABC 13 is tracking an alarming rise in juggings. 4 men stalked a woman from her business in Northwest Harris County and attacked her and her family for cash just this past Friday. And then earlier this month, a woman was unloading groceries and she was attacked in her own driveway. And
Let's run it back. You see, I mean, he's sagging his pants. Robbed her blind. Just yanked it.
Also followed, home, and robbed. Tonight, ABC 13 is tracking an alarming rise in juggings. 4 men stalked a woman from her business in Northwest Harris County and attacked her and her family for cash just this past Friday. And then earlier this month, a woman was unloading groceries.
I mean, not a care in the world, in a minivan of all vehicles, and the jugging has just begun for this holiday season. These super gremlins are on demon time.
And she was attacked at her own driveway in Southeast Houston moments after leaving an ATM.
Now, Houston police tell us that we are seeing more and more of these kinds of violent crimes, partly because, strangely, catalytic converter thefts are going down. 13
investigates digging into the trend and what this means for your safety, especially as you head out to go shopping this week. ABC 13 Jessica Willie is live with the story, all new at 10. Jessica.
Yeah, Eric, thieves steal catalytic converters for the precious metals that are inside. The market prices of some of those metals have dropped, so police say it's no longer as profitable and crooks are going back to the basics. brazen attacks.
Guy just came up and decided to punch me.
In the middle of the day. Sometimes they're sneaky, only to be discovered hours later. But they all have one thing in common.
Seems like he might have followed her from the bank directly.
Juggings or crimes during which crooks follow their victims from banks or stores are again on the rise.
These guys have learned to work smarter, not harder.
And Sergeant Tracy Hicks says it has everything to do with the market for catalytic converters.
Just not getting the money they used to, so they're not stealing them as much. These same people who were stealing the cats, before they did that, they were the juggers.
As catalytic converter thefts started trending down in August, juggings started trending up. 108 compared to 58 in August of last year, an 86% increase. There were 93 in September, up almost 48% over 2021. And in October, there were 83. That's an increase of almost 26%.
They're shifting, and we all as citizens, we all need to shift our focus too.
Especially this time of the year.
They're looking for people distracted, arguing, dragging kids along. You know, you got your hands full with 2 kids and
that's the reality. They're preying on the most vulnerable.
You got bags, you're on your phone, you're not paying attention to what's going on. You're going to make yourself an easy target.
Instead, make your biggest purchase last and go straight home. Make eye contact with people in parking lots. And if you think you're being followed, call 911. Simple things.
Our best prevention is really awareness.
Because criminals may be watching.
Knowing that it can happen is really going to save you a lot of headache and heartache.
Jessica Willey, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.
Ayesha Talat has lost her faith in the criminal justice system, and who could blame her? Since 2015, the man charged with killing her sister has had his case reset in court more than 40 times.
Damn.
I'm going to lean you back now.
Being an esthetician wasn't Maysha Talat's dream. It was her older sister, Ayesha's.
I really believed it was my responsibility to fulfill that for her. I love you. I love you.
Maysha was just 17 when she found her 23-year-old sister murdered on Mother's Day, 2015.
The door is blocked by her body, so I have to move her body over, and then I see that there's a pool of blood. She's only in a t-shirt, and the t-shirt's up to here on her. Her throat is slashed.
Police quickly arrested Ayesha's 38-year-old neighbor, Kyankun Nyemah, and charged.
Wow, not Kyankun, bro. Who from the motherland gonna claim this one? Yo, man. And I be having a lot of Africans getting in my DMs. I be having a lot of FBAs getting in my DMs talking about why you don't do stories on Africans. And the Africans talking about do more stories on FBA. And it's just like, look, man, we all in this together. It's not looking good. This happened in 2015, and they still haven't gotten the justice that they've been seeking. Houston, we have a problem.
Charged him with murder. He's been free on a $30,000 bond for 7 years.
I don't feel safe knowing that criminals like this can walk free on $3,000 bond. That is heartbreaking.
What's more,
my man got a $3,000 bond. That's wicked.
From Maysha, what seems to be a never-ending journey to justice.
I thought this would have been handled in the first 2-3 years. And then 5 years comes along and I'm incredibly confused.
Even though Hurricane Harvey and COVID were years away, Maysha says that's some of the excuses prosecutors give her as to why the trial is so delayed. She mostly blames 179th Felony Criminal Court Judge Anna Martinez, who's been the judge in that court for almost 2 years now.
Woo! So she blaming a woman of the brown communitino, and Martinez is like, hey, nothing I can do. They're holding it up. They're pushing it back. I don't know if she has any type of political incentive to do that. If she's getting a call from up top to do this, I mean, you know, it's kind of weird that she's a woman and she's not trying to protect another woman who is, I mean, this judge is a little lighter than the woman who lost her family member, but they're similar complexion. You know, you would think that there would be some type of solidarity, but It's not looking like it.
I want to ask her why she doesn't care about justice for me and my sister, for my family.
Now the trial is scheduled to begin February 23rd, 2023. Maysha says she's not going to hold her breath.
And guys, I will be I'll be keeping you updated on this, okay? If I'm still on YouTube. And if you can't find me, make sure you go check me out on Rumble. Make sure you check me out on Patreon as well. That's where we're gonna start being a lot more active, and we're gonna work this thing out, man.
Don't trust a word they say. I feel like they've been doing this for years. Why would I trust that we're going to go to trial February 23rd when they had me convinced we would go to trial next week?
Now, we left a message for Judge Martinez, but have yet to hear anything back. The DA's office declined to comment. Reporting live from the Southwest side, Randy Wallace, Fox 26 News.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, in school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.